Let us practice some dominant seventh chords. I'm going to practice some dominant seventh chords in the key of C major scale, in the key of C major scale. We know that in the key of in any major scale, the dominant seventh chord is on the fifth degree of the scale. In the case of C major scale, the fifth degree would be G, the G note. So we build a dominant seventh chord on the G of on the fifth note, which is the G of the C major scale, which is this one here. And since I'm playing a chord shape, I have no open strings, so I can keep going up the fretboard and play different dominant seven chord for other scale. And back to the G dominant seven chord in the key of C. Okay, that this dominant seventh chord in this diatonic seventh chord in the key of C is actually the primary dominant seventh chord of the scale. And then as we all know that the dominant seventh chords, they are very unstable. They need a place to land. They need to resolve on another more pleasing. Well, I would not say more pleasing. They need to resolve to a consonant chord, and the one chord is a very stable chord. So you know the primary dominant seventh chord in the major scale is going to resolve either up a perfect fourth or down a perfect fifth to the one chord, which is the chord of the root of the major scale, in this case of the C major scale. So, but the C major scale, on the C major scale, we can also build other dominant seventh chords. But those dominant seventh chords, they are called secondary dominant seventh chord, which add the extensions. Well, here we can add two extensions of the chord. Those are 9 and 13. I mean, I play the chord and I add 9, the note 9 and the note 13 to it, and I make it G dominant 7, 9, 13. 9 and 13, those are extensions of the chord, or you can call them tensions of the C, of the dominant 7 chord, of the G dominant 7 chord. So we this is G. Actually, okay, let me play the G, just the G simple. I'm going to play simple G, the simple G dominant 7 chord, and then resolve on 1, which is C major 7. Okay, but I'm going to add tensions 9 and 13 to the G dominant 7 chord and make it a dominant 9, a dominant 7, 9, 13. Okay, I'm in G. Well, I mean the chord is G, so G1, 9 will be A, and then 13 will be 13 in G will be E. So I'm going to add to the chord of G dominant 7. I'm going to add the note A for 9 and E for 13, and I play. G major 7, 9, 13, and I still can resolve on the 1, which is C major 7 chord, or I can make it C major 7, 6, 6, 9. So that's it. But you can, and since there's no open string, you can play the same shape all the way up. And then you can resolve to the 1, whatever the 1 is. Back to C major 7 chord. Yeah, that's a primary. All I just play. That's a primary dominant 7 chord in the major scale. Taking C major scale as an example. There's also, but you can get more than one dominant 7th chord on from a major scale. Let's say, for example, we have, well, first of all, let me say you can have in the key of C, let's call the primary dominant 7th chord in the key of C 5, 7 of 1. 1, that means the 1 is the intended resolution chord. That means the chord that the dominant 7 chord is going to resolve on. That's the 1. Okay. So the primary so we call the primary dominant 7 chord 5, 7 of 1 in the key of In the key of C, that's 5/7 of, that's G7 of C major 7 chord. But we can also have in any major key, for example, in the key of C major, we can also have dominant 7 of 2. 2 is a minor chord in the key of, well, in a major scale. 2 is a minor chord. Okay, so we can have a dominant 7, which is gonna be dominant 7 5/7 of 2. We can also have a dominant 7 5/7 of 3. 3 in a major scale is a minor chord. Okay, we can have 5/7 of 4. Okay, we can have 5/7 of 5, and we can have 5/7 of 6. And that I will explain. I will practice how you get those secondary dominant 7 chords on in another video, because it's going to take a little time to really explain how that works. So the only thing that I can say now, for now, is that in a major scale, you get more than one dominant 7 chord, which is the primary dominant 7 chord. No, you can get more than that. The other one we can get from the major scale, they are called secondary dominant chords, and they are dominant 7 of a tonic. Okay, a tonic is, so that's why when you see 5/7 of 1, the 1 is the tonic. 5/7 of 2, the 2 is the tonic. So far we know how to play a primary dominant 7 chord in the major scale, which is the 5th. When I play the extension 9 and 13, I got G dominant 7 9 13, and resolve to either a perfect 4th up or a perfect 5th down on the 1 chord. Next time I'm going to explain how we can get the secondary chord and how they resolve to the 1s. Okay.